It's my name. I can pronounce it however the hell I want to, and I'm pronouncing it Keselowski. First question that comes up when you type in, is Brad Keselowski, what do you get? Really from Michigan? Yes, I am. I've lived in North Carolina now for 10 years. I picked up a little bit of an accent, as you can tell. But yeah, I'm really from Michigan. Proud of it, too. Second one, is Brad Keselowski really Polish? That's a technicality. So there's no country in the world that has changed borders more than Poland over the last 100 years. And it depends on, from what I understand, what era and boundaries you go off of. My name is actually spelled with a Y, not an I. But my grandparents changed it because Y implies Russian. So I don't know if I'm Polish or Russian. I guess is probably the answer. Did Brad Keselowski really win the Indy 500? Nope. I've never ran the Indy 500. Maybe one day. Probably not. Who is Brad Keselowski's best friend? And I pulled off Bristol, but probably best friend, I would say TJ Majors, who just so happens to be Joey Logano's spotter. And somebody wants to know what happened to Brad Keselowski at Bristol. Well, I don't know. I won there twice. Depends on what year you're asking. And the final question from Google. Here we go. Brad Keselowski. What? How do you pronounce it? This one is tough. If you ask my mom, my dad, my uncle, my grandparents, they say Keselowski. It's like a Keselowski. I don't like to pronounce it that way because people just butcher it. So I just go Keselowski. You can pronounce it how you want to. I don't care. Just start with a K, end with the ski. I'll be happy.